I wasn't sure. Let me get another light on here. There we go. Maybe that'll help. No, maybe that'll help. Oh, that's just blinding. I gotta get this. Hold on, I gotta adjust my lighting. I should have done this. I don't know why I always do this stuff last minute. There we go. I have got allergies like crazy. Like my head feels like it's about to pop, like a freaking pimple on prom night. Um, so I got done with work, and I come home, and there is a box for me. Finally, thank God. Let me adjust my camera here so you're not staring at my my monstrosity that is a review station over here. Um, Let me get situated here. So, I got home and I got a package, and pretty excited for this package. I guess you could say I have a large package. um, so I thought I would toast a treat to the. Hey, Brenda, what's going on? How you doing? Happy Friday as well. I do have to work tomorrow. I also wanted to make an announcement about the next week as far as uploads and stuff like that. So, um, I might as well make that announcement now. Um, but tomorrow I'm working, and then Sunday I'm gone for an entire week, going to Orlando. From where I am, it's about a 9 hour drive to Orlando. 8, 9 hours, depending on how you drive. I drive like a crazy person, so probably 8 hours. Uh, but uh, taking myself and the family are going to Orlando for a week. And I just want to let you guys know, even though I'm going to be in Orlando, I'll probably be shooting some stuff for the channel, just something a little bit different than just your typical toy stuff. I figure I might just take some footage of the trip and upload it, see if you guys like it. Worst case scenario, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. But thank you, Brenda. Appreciate it. Yeah, lucky I'm on my way to for a Florida trip. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, have fun. If you're going on a trip, have fun. I need a vacation. It's been a while, and I really really need a vacation badly. Work's starting to burn me out a little bit, but um, I don't worry. The uploads, I have a bunch of stuff that's already shot that I'm going to upload. I'm actually uploading a review tomorrow of the Halo Spartan Collection Arbiter. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. And she should. I usually try to upload around like noon, 1 o'clock, if I have something that's like a preview review. This way, it uploads while I'm at work, and you guys can at least enjoy it midday. I feel like that's when most people usually watch uploads or premiere videos. Is usually around the noon 1 o'clock. At least that's what the analytics say. Um, but so that won't be affected. Like I said, I have multiple reviews to upload. I just shot a couple, so stay tuned. There's some Mythic Legion stuff. There's actually a GI Joe 3 3/4 inch figure review that I did. It's like a really quick review. Um, but I want to kind of hit some of the older figures that I haven't really ever got to. So that'll be fun to do too. Plus, there's some Motu figures like Eldor I want to do, and Heroes review that I've never done, and I've got a whole bunch of them. I've got all of these McFarlane figures to review, DC and Spawn, especially Spawn. I've got Masterverse stuff. I've got tons of stuff to review. It's not only going to be Mythic Legions, but I just got all those Mythic Legions all together. So usually when I get Mythic Legions, I get super duper excited about it. I want to kind of get them all uploaded as fast as possible. Now, with that in mind, let's get to the story at hand here, because I know it's 10 o'clock. It's a little bit late. A lot of people got to work, myself included. Yes, waiting for the McFarlane DC reviews. Don't worry. I know, Brenda, you're the most patient person on the planet. I still haven't forgot about my DC Collectibles Nightfall Batman review. Don't ask why I remembered to know to do that, because God knows it's been like over a year and I forgot to do it so many times. But I still do remember promising doing that review. So it's a whirlwind up here. It's like a tornado. Anyway, let's get to the box. No more bullshit. Um, and as I open it, we can discuss. And I have to say, my God, is this box like the most perfectly packed box? There is not like one little teensy dent on this box. Right here and here. That's it. There's two little dents. Nowhere else. I've never seen a box this mint, like a shipping box, this perfectly like mint before. It's crazy. But anyway. So I'm pretty excited about the trying to stay more consistent with the figure reviews, because I still do love it. I try to just drown out the drama bullshit, because God knows that there is nothing but toy drama these days. So I'm pretty excited about that, and trying to grow the channel even more and more. And hopefully, if the channel grows large enough, I can just do this for a living. Yeah, so I also have some stuff in the works as far as a profession, and maybe having even more time to do more videos and stuff like that. So in the future. But it's a slow, painful process. Right now, I still have to work a job. So, so with this box, if you didn't see the clue in the title of the video, I don't know what to tell you, but a figure just recently dropped from the Four Horsemen, and it was called Figure Obscura. Now, I did a review of Figure Obscura Part 1 last year. If you remember what that was Krampus. And now this year, they're doing an entirely different character, obviously. But I love that it's within the theme of kind of like holiday horror. It's great, just like Krampus, holiday horror. And what was it? Strident sent me a video today on Instagram. It was a trailer for a Santa Claus film, and it looks friggin' amazing, because it's like Santa Claus Rambo style. And if you guys have ever seen the movie Scrooge, which is my absolute favorite holiday film for Christmas. Yeah, I still love, don't get me wrong, I still love A Christmas Story. But Scrooged is just amazing. It's Bill Murray's in it. I mean, come on. Do I have to say anything else? Peak level Bill Murray. But Scrooge, I love Scrooge so much. And if you watch it, the beginning segment, like the first 2 minutes of it, it's literally the idea for this movie. And they took some ideas from it, but there's like I don't know how to even explain this. You just have to go find the trailer and just watch it, because it's what you call it, the cop from Stranger Things. He also played Red Guardian in what you call it. I don't know why I'm pointing over here. Oh, because that's where he is. He's over there. He played Red Guardian in Black Widow. He plays Santa Claus, and a bunch of people break into this house and have a bunch of people ransom for $300 million. Oh, it's not really ransom. I think there's like $300 million in the house, and they're trying to break into the safe and get it. And they're like fully armed to the teeth, like fully automatic weapons and everything. And then it just happens to be on Christmas, and Santa Claus shows up, and Santa Claus is like, I'm about to whoop some ass. You've been naughty this year. And there's like funny 90s quips, and it looks like something that would not be made today. It looks like something that would be made in the 90s, and I'm super pumped for it. Thank you, Strident, for showing me that. I appreciate it if you're here. If not, I'm sure you'll watch this at some point. But it looks great. But if you watch the beginning of Scrooge, it's like that's what it reminds me of. That beginning two. I think it's like 2 or 3 minutes into Scrooged. It's fantastic. Anyway, I'm just babbling here. We're 10 minutes in. I've not shown a damn thing. Anyway, so here is the figure Obscura. Now, this set was a limited set, just like last year's Krampus. This is a different type of set. It's a Headless Horseman set. And it's using all Mythic Legions parts. Now, this set came with a steed, a mount, whatever you would like to call it, a horse. Let me get this box out of here. And the packaging looks frigging awesome. And it says Figure Obscura. What does it say on this side? It says Figure Obscura over here. And then this side says 4 Horsemen, Headless Horseman, and then you've got the read-up of the Headless Horseman right here. I'm not going to get into in-depth too much of it. Did I just paper cut myself? No. Okay, it felt like a paper cut. Because I'm going to do a full review. I'm going to try and get this review done before I leave for Florida for a week. So at least I can edit it while I'm in Florida and then upload it possibly by middle of next week. So that's what I'll try and do. That'll be fun. But I'll showcase everything, don't worry. Just like I did with the Krampus video last year. And yeah, it's a pretty cool set. It was a little pricey though. It was about $120 for this. And I think it was like 140. Don't quote me. My memory's bad with like recent events. 'Cause I don't know why. I can remember to do a friggin' Nightfall Batman DC Collectibles review and bring that up, but I can't remember what this other figure cost. But there was a second option, an all-in option, and it came with, obviously, the figure set that you see here, but it also came with, I think, like a mug and a t-shirt and a couple pens, like, that you could wear. You know, little knick-knack stuff, which is cool. I like that. It's an extra like $20 for that stuff. So, I mean, I get it. Like t-shirts are now normally like anywhere from $20 to $25, which I don't agree with. I think t-shirts should be like $15, $18 tops. But anyway, here with my head on top of the box is the Headless Horseman. So really cool especially with the last year's Figure Obscura. Last year's Figure Obscura had a magnet box, and as does this one. So you can just pop this front portion off, just pull it right off, and it's nice and neat and clean, and there's magnets. And let me just set the box down. And once you open it up, you've got a really cool display scene. So if you want to do like a Halloween setup, or just like you're doing like a fall time setup, and you want to put this like somewhere, display it nice, and like whether it's your toy room or wherever in the house, you could set this up, and then you could put your Headless Horseman wherever, having the horse rear up, or just stand there with the Headless Horseman. You could do both with this nice artwork right here, and it will sit nicely. So that's really cool. I think that's a really nice touch that the Four Horsemen decided to do something like this. I'm hoping we get Bigfoot. That's what I'm hoping for next. That would be, Bigfoot would be cool, but maybe I don't know, like he's got blood hanging out of his mouth. I don't know. Who knows? I've heard people suggest the Loch Ness Monster. I don't know if that would happen. That would be too big, I feel like. But yeah, this looks really good. Here's the back of the box. Artwork. Looks really cool. And then here's what the figures look like, the figures, excuse me. Let me try and get the glare out of there. the figures look like inside. I'm trying to get the glare out. Let me adjust my lighting. I'm sorry. Still kind of hard to see with the glare. I'm going to pull the figures out in a second. So that's what they look like in the box. I mean, I only got one set myself because you know, it's $120 and so I'm going to enjoy this. I feel like to not open a Mythic Legions anything is like blasphemous. I feel like you have to open the box to enjoy a Mythic Legion. Now, technically, this is not a Mythic Legion. It's Figure Obscura, but oh, that new plasticky smell. Even though I can barely smell out of my nose, I can smell that. All right, so here is what they look like in the package. Now you can actually see. No glare. So it comes with the steed, and he's got like red bloodshot eyes. And then you've got the head for the horseman. You've got the decapitated neck piece that's going to peg right into the neck. Then you got the flaming head. You've got some flame effects for the head that attaches to the back of this head. How cool is that? You've got extra hands. You've got 6 hands total. And you've got, actually, awesome, even better, you've got the extra hair plug-in right here. So if you want to have him like in action or running or whatever, you could plug this extra hair right into here for the settled hair and have him look like he's running. This is using the same body as Arethyr's steed. And that was the same hair that Arethyr's steed had as well. So pretty cool there. You also have a cloth cape right there. Awesome stuff. Loving it. I'm loving it. I wish I could find my snips. No, not Ahsoka. Just my snips. All right, let's see if we can get this open. I might need a new. There's this. Oh, this is a twist tie one. So now I would need my snips, and I don't know where's my Ahsoka. Where's my Ahsoka? Where's my snips? All right, we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way, and that means I gotta twist them off. Ken, can't wait to get yours. You got one too? Awesome, man. Yeah, I was pretty stoked to grab one. I know there's a lot of people that missed out, and that sucks. I feel for you. I was fortunate enough to see the email drop. That's why you got to definitely go on Store Horsemen, their shop page, and even go to Source Horsemen as well, and sign up for both the newsletters. It does help. I know a lot of people don't like getting those extra emails and stuff that maybe it's for stuff that you don't really care about. But if you care about getting in on pre-orders right away, or figures that pop up, or in stocks updates and stuff like that, there's a couple things that you can do to get those notifications to give yourself the best chance to get stuff like this, and that's A, join the Mythic Legions Cabal, and B, get your notifications directly from the 4 Horsemen. That'll help. All right. Sorry, I know it's a lot of plasticky. Making a lot of plastic noise here. We got some NECA twist ties here. Oh my god. It is quite the twisty situation we got going on here. Oh, there's another one. I wish I had scissors here. Where did my scissors go? Alright, the steed is out. The horsey's out. Oh, there goes the hair. All right, horsey's out. This is now my third steed now. Whoa. Wilbur. Hold on. Let me set this down. Oh, boy. I'm dropping stuff all over the place. Wilbur. And this one's got a different head sculpt. It's got that, like, kind of neighing, like, angry face. Oh, hi, Mark. But he looks really cool, though. I like him quite a bit. He's actually got some red paint on his hooves, which is pretty cool. Very unique. You could use this guy for, like, a villain or something. Oh, YouTube just gave me an update that no copyright issues were found with my recent upload. And with some of the uploads, I'm going to post a poll. I've been trying to post polls to gauge what you guys like to see and not. I'm going to post a poll because some people were complaining that they don't like the music in the review. Some people do like it. So I'm going to post a poll, and majority is just going to win. With or without music for my reviews. And there you go. Now, I tend to like the music. I thought people would too, but I've been hearing some complaints. So I guess we'll have to go back to the drawing board with some of this stuff. He's got a poop, so he's going to lift up his tail. Flop, 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 flop. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. But I like this face. He's very angry. He's like, I'm angry because my headless horseman rider is angry. But I like the angry face. I now have 3 different head sculpts for 3 different steeds, so I'm liking the variety quite a bit. Now, when Dubon's horse comes out, he'll have the more regular face. So I'll have the neighing face, the regular face when Dubon's steed comes out. Then I'll have the vampire face, which is the same kind of face that Poxus's horse looks like. It's like a dead face, like a decayed skeleton horse head. And then there's the moose Adler. He's my favorite. I can't help it. So there's the horsey. Horsey. Okay. And like I said, I'll be doing a full in-depth review of Figure Obscura, and I'm going to try and shoot that tomorrow so I can get you guys that upload right away. And this actually helps me get everything set up for the review, too. So 2 birds, 1 stone. He also comes with a sword. And he comes with, this is really cool. You guys will like this. So he comes with an extra hand, right? And it comes with a little ball peg on there. And that's so you can hold the pumpkin head in his hand. So you just plug the pumpkin head here, the flaming one. Or you could put the regular one, either one you feel comfortable with. You could put the pumpkin head there, and it looks like he's kind of holding it like this. It looks friggin' amazing. Like, if I was designing a toy, this is some shit I would think about. I'd be like, oh, how's he going to hold the head? And you know, if Marvel Legends came out with some stuff, some shit like this, they'd be like, well, he'll just have the hand like this, and you can just put the pumpkin in there, and it'll roll around and fall off. That's a Hasbro move. This makes perfect sense, to actually have the ball peg on the hand, so you plug it in, and it's not going to go anywhere. So you can really get him, like, on the horse, holding on while rearing back and holding up the pump. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, 4 Horsemen. But that's some type of shit I would think of to do. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but that's just literally what I would do. I'd be like, well, how's he going to hold it? Let's figure out a way. Maybe a peg in the hand. Something like that. But alright. Okay. We have a clamshell. Yeah. Oh, and then we have more twist ties. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, hello. This is a really quality cape too. And that's the thing. There was a lot of people kind of complaining that, oh, 120 bucks, that's a lot. For this specific character, I would say, yeah, it's a lot. Because not everyone is going to want figure obscura, the Headless Horseman. But you could use the parts. And I know like 120 bucks for a bunch of parts that you're going to use for a figure, but it does come with the horse. Horses usually go for like 50 bucks, I think. And then figures go for about 37. So that's still under the 120. But then I guess you got to pay for the packaging and the unique tooling for the Headless Horseman, which is new. I don't know if that's really a thing that you could say, but I guess it is more of a niche thing, and it's going to be sold less. So it makes sense for like an exclusive, because not everyone's going to want this. So I get that. I do get that aspect. This is the truest form of an exclusive. It's very niche. Not everyone's going to want it, but I don't know. I like Sleepy Hollow, and I like the story of the Headless Horseman, and I think he looks really cool. He is using the new body, like very similar to what Valak and what Bardrick are using. So it's kind of a mixed bag that you're getting with some new parts. And as soon as I get these twist ties off, which are painstaking, we'll be able to look at the damn figure finally. There we go. There's one. Oh my god, they're on separate legs too. Oh wait, no, is this just one leg? Oh, okay. Alright, there we go. There's another one. I'm telling you, man, NECA, I feel like they do that. They like put so many twist ties on their figures to like get troll people. Alright, there's the last one. Alright, I should be able to get this guy out now. There's a shit everywhere. Come on. Come on, little guy. Get out of your hole. There we go. Come on, little baby. Get out of your hole. Is there one more? I thought I got that. I did not. Freaking killing me, Smalls. Listen, I am all for, and I've said this in the past, I am all for securing your figure. But for God's sake, it's a little overkill. It's a little overkill with the twist ties. Oh my god, there's one for the head too. Alright, here's the little neck piece. And that's supposed to be like his chunkus for his head. Alright, so there you go. I know it's blurry and you probably couldn't even see it, but I'm going to show everything in the review, don't worry. I will show it in the review. Review. I will say this, the twist ties are much simpler. They're much lighter than the NECA twist ties, which are like hard as hell to like maneuver. They're like a heavier, thicker twist tie. It's like a bunch of these twist ties, like for the horse. Ugh, brutal. Killing me. So here's the flaming head. It looks friggin' amazing. I wish this would focus better. There's the flaming head. And you can depeg the flame effect from the back of the head. At least I think you can. I thought you could from the review I watched. Yep, there it goes. Okay. So you can depeg the flame effect from the back of the head. It's just a peg hole in the back of the head. Just like so. And then that's, if you want to have him hold it, there's a peg hole in the bottom. And you just take the hand and kind of pop it in there. And now it looks like he's holding the damn thing. The damn head. All right, so here is the figure itself. Wait, sorry. There's the sword, and it comes with a really nice, thick, wired, two-sided cape. So you got your red, thick, and you could like I'll hold it up to light. You can't see through this one. Like you can't see my face at all. Like this is really good quality material here. This is not like a Mattel cape or. And I know I keep beating up on Mattel, but some of their capes in the past are really bad. Uh, but there you go with that. And then here's the other side, and it's got a two metal clasps right here, and then you got this nice little metal chain. So just aces, absolute aces. And then over here, like I said, we've got kind of an amalgamation of, or a Frankenstein, if you will, body of Valak and Bardrick. But there are new pieces, and I'll point those out. There's the non-flaming head, and there is, you can see there's no peg at the back of this head. Okay? So it's just the regular Horseman pumpkin head. And I think this body made a lot of sense for the Headless Horseman, to be honest with you. But you can see he's got all these little rivets and such going throughout and everything. That's cool. Seeing gripping hands on a Mythic Legion is just, I love it. So cool. I hope we get more hands and feet packs in the future, and I'm sure we will. Horsemen are good about stuff like that. I'm not sure if these are the Valak gloves. These look like newly sculpted gloves. I want to say that these are newly sculpted gloves just for this figure. So there are new pieces to it, because Valak's gloves were very glossy, and I don't think it had the same kind of buckles on the sides of the glove itself. So if you pop the head off, which you can, let's get that off. And I'm really playing with fire right here. This has not been broken in or anything. I haven't heated anything up. So I'm okay. There we go. Thank God I'm patient and take my time. That's what the head looks like without the on the peg. There's the hole. And here's the neck peg. So if you want to have that pumpkin head on, you have to have the neck peg in. Pop the neck peg off. Come on. Wiggle it off. Wiggle it just a little bit. Okay, so you'll see now that this is missing. And what the Horseman came up with, because this was going to be missing, because the Headless Horseman, they gave you this little stump peg post. See the little peg post? And that's kind of his decaffeinated head, what's left of the neck. And you just want to simply peg that right in here. I know I'm pretty much doing the review right now. And that's what it looks like. Very meaty, bony. Anybody want some ribs now? Huh? I'm a rib person myself. I love ribs. But we also have a newly sculpted collar piece, which kind of comes out the front here. And I would be really intrigued if they use this for I feel like that's something that's like maybe some sort of like count would have, or maybe even a vampire in the future would have this kind of sash collared piece. You know, it'd be really cool to see in the future if they did some sort of like priest character or like a monk in the future too. That would be really cool. I would love that. I know, right, Brenda? I want to now. It makes me want to watch Sleepy Hollow. I might have to do that before I go to bed tonight. So now we can take the cape and you can just slide it right over. And it's wired too. You have a wired cape that goes all the way down this spine right here and goes all the way around to the next side. So if you want to like prop this side up or the back side, this is really nice quality big. This is a big cape. This is like a Strident makes custom capes, and this is like a Strident cape, I feel like. This is a really nice cape. So so there you go. That's what it'll look like on the body with the head stump in. or the neck stump in, and the whole body. Now, clearly, I'm not really posing this cape at all, but this is a really nice. This feels like a really quality item. It really does. And we'll get his sword in his hand here, and we'll get him on the horse, reared up, just like I would want him to be. There's the sword, and he's ready to decaffeinate. Decaffeination is his name. Decaffeinate. All right, so put him down for a second. Actually, I'm going to switch hands. We'll switch hands here. And we'll give him his flaming pumpkin head hand. And we'll get him holding the pumpkin. There we go. I'll have to pop in as best as we can. The pumpkin head is heavy. I will say that. It is heavy on this neck peg. And you really got to push on that neck peg. Is anybody else going to Legion's Con this year? Just wondering. Just curious if anybody else was going. There we go. And then we'll set him down for a moment. And we'll grab his steed and get his joints situated. I should be heating all of these up, but I am not. So I really am playing with fire here. What am I at? 36 minutes? All right. I'll try and get this done within the next 10 minutes or so. Let's get him on here so he looks official and not like a buffoon here. All right. Whoa. So I have to work with the hand a little bit just because I am noticing that it is kind of, because of the weight of the flaming effect. There we go. It is a little bit heavy for his hand. And let's get him all official looking here. There we go, foot in the stirrup. I went horseback riding recently. It was, well, not recently, within the last, over the summer. And it really is like a timed thing, like a timing thing. When you're riding a horse, you have to kind of sit up off the horse, because if you don't, you'll bash your nether region. But this looks pretty cool. Oh God, I just knocked all these stormtroopers over. There they go. I knew that was going to happen eventually. I only knocked a couple of them over. All right. So his hand's a little bit loose. Oh. Hold on. Come on. Put your foot in there, mister. All right. Okay. So let's get that up there. His hand's a little bit loose on there. But there you go. There you go. That's what he looks like on the horse with the cape on. This is just a quick shot. So the hand's a little bit loose. I'm going to try and fix that with some, maybe something to kind of friction his wrist so it doesn't move so much. Now, here's a thought. Here's an idea of what they could have done. Don't get me wrong. I love this. It looks great. But here's what they could have done. Just an idea. Because of the weight of the pumpkin, now you can't take the effects off. Let's see what the effects do when they're off. But because of so these flame effects weigh quite a bit. As soon as I take it off and he's holding the flaming pumpkin, it doesn't swivel. It doesn't move anywhere. But what they could have done, as I'm trying to finish my sentence, was mold a replacement, because you can take the glove off. You could depeg the glove off. make it so you peg a glove in with him holding that hand fixed, and you can just swivel the forearm. You know what I mean? So this way, the hand isn't swiveling separately on its own. You're swiveling at a forearm like you would normally swivel your own arm. So that floppage doesn't happen in just the hand. But him holding just the flaming regular head, just like this, with it depegged from the flame effects, works just fine. So, um, there's also a couple other ways you could go about it, which would be gluing the hand in that position, but then you're stuck with that hand in that position, at least until the glue um, deteriorates. But that's what it looks like. Like I said, don't worry. There's gonna be a full review on it and everything. So I just kind of wanted to geek out with you guys a little bit for. I know it's a little late too. Let's see if anybody's saying anything. Rob Michael, what's going on, buddy? Oh, Rob Dog, what's going on, bud? Yeah, I remember you. But yeah, there he is in all of his glory, looking cool. You said you're missing New York Comic Con? Yeah, I went to. Hey, Andy, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, I think the last New York Comic Con I went to was 2013. That was a long time ago. Oh, I'm doing well, man. I'm just kind of hanging out here, enjoying another lovely Four Horsemen product. I'll notice that the hair on the horse's head is like got almost like it's like a brownish, like dark red. It's really cool. Oh, and to pop the hair off, where's my beautiful hair? Now there's a bunch of pegs right there on this set of hair, and you can just pull this hair off. Let me try and situate this really quick. There we go. Oh, okay, that came off actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to. My headless horseman's falling over. Okay. I think this is a really cool touch. I love this. So I'm assuming it goes like a this. Like a this. Smooth like a silk. Does it go like that? Yeah, okay. There we go. Oh, I gotta move stuff out of the way here. I got plastics on plastics here. Plastic on plastic crimes. All right, get that out of the way. Super excited for the McFarlane stuff coming out, man. He is just that guy. I don't know how he does it. Like, did you guys see all those releases for next year? Like spring of next year and stuff? This stuff looks absolutely amazing. All right, so I'm going to have to work with this hair a little bit. So the top of his mask is not wanting to stay plugged in. All right, so that's what it's going to look like with everything, essentially. Oh, now his hands. That's what he looks like with the angry hair motif. And that's what he looks like on the horse and everything. I have to fix the hair because it's kind of not settling into the peg holes. And I feel like that's just because it's new plastic. So, but that's what it'll look like. And I think I'm going to go with this kind of windswept, kind of flowing hair. Looks cool. But you do have the option of the settled hair as well. So you're getting quite a bit in here. There's a lot of plastic in here. And it's, once you've got him, especially on here, there's a lot of weight here. But you could definitely get him all reared up. I would definitely use the tail as a tripod and kind of get him kind of resting on that. Just got Kyle Rayner yesterday from the Target. Oh, from Target? Nice, man. Is that the mostly, is that the mostly green, lighter green one? Or is that the I want to say more of his traditional 90s look, like where it's mostly like a darker tone green, less green, and it's like white with the stripe. Because I know that version's coming out too. And I don't know if that's a gold label or if that is a classic one. Oh, you lucky dog. You lucky dog. Kyle Rayner's my favorite lantern next to, yeah, it goes Kyle Rayner, John Stewart, and then after that, I feel like it's a big drop off. Like there's like Guy Gardner, he's kind of a douche, and then there's there's Hal, but like I'm like, Hal, you know, there's a bunch. Well, there's Kilowog. Kilowog, yeah, Kilowog would be my third. Kilowog's cool. Everybody likes Kilowog. He's like the consensus, nice, cool. He's like cool character, you know. Oh, the Arkham figures too, man. Yeah, he's a gold label. Yeah, that's what I figured. I'll eventually find him. I'd like to get both versions. I think they both look cool. Let me get this out of the way. But yeah, man, Todd's the man, the Todd father. Um, really excited for the Spawn figures that were just announced too. They look awesome, totally awesome. And I just actually picked up She Spawn, so pretty excited about getting She Spawn in with all those deluxe accessories and everything. Because some of my other Spawn characters do need some extra accessories and stuff like that. So that's what we'll do. I'm excited for I don't know, just a bunch of just a good time to be a McFarlane collector, you know. So the sculpts, the sculpts and the paint detail is it's just got me hooked. It's really got me hooked. But yeah, he looks awesome. I love this. This is so great. Let me get in here really close. So you guys can see Wilbur. Sorry, I hate to do that. Look at the Tieferses on him. Look at those Tieferses. Sometimes my lip gets stuck on my teeth. Sometimes my lip gets stuck on my teeth. That's what it looks like. Zorpox, the destroyer of smallpox. He is here. So if anyone has smallpox, he is here to destroy them. And he will. I've seen it. Just watch yourself, okay? Watch yourself around Mr. Zor, the ruler of all of the pox. Okay? Anyway, sorry. I have to do that every time he shows up. Every time he shows up, it's something else. Verbal diarrhea coming out of my mouth. I wonder if any of the clasps on him are new. I want to say maybe this one is new, or the harness around his neck could possibly be new. Once I do more homework, I'll know. But I am loving these. These steeds are fantastic. I never knew I wanted so many horses in my life. And I actually have a bunch of the old McFarlane ones too. If you go back and actually watch my old, what was it, like Mythic Legions collection video I did, where I was at my old house in Buffalo, you'll see a bunch of them. I had them in a Detolf, which now I have no Detolfs, by the way. I gave them all to my dad. Before, when I left, I was like, I don't want to ship Detolfs. That shit will shatter and blow up. Just do something stupid will happen. So I was like, I'll just buy some new ones when I get there, and I just haven't done that at all. Procrastination. But yeah, this is really cool. I really like this. I really do like this. Like I said, this is going to be a niche thing. This is not going to be for everybody. Especially, I know the price probably really wasn't. People weren't too happy with that. I saw a couple people post because I was asking people if they had ordered theirs, and they were like, "Yeah, no, the price turned me off," and I'm like, "I totally understand. You know, so this isn't going to be for everybody, but I am happy with the product overall. I think it looks really good, and yeah, I love me some horror stuff. So keep doing that for Horsemen, and keep it up, and thank you, and yeah, pretty happy with this guy. Let me get him. And I really got to use get a heat gun to this guy and get this all like, I want to get the cape all like flowing, and let's get that doing a thing. I don't know. Let's get this doing a thing too. Look at like it's like I almost just like kind of crumple things, and then it ends up looking like I did it on purpose or some shit, you know. But yeah, definitely if you are getting one, keep note that the flame piece on the back of the head will kind of cause the wrist to do some floppage. So just because it's a lot of extra thick plastic weight on the back of this, and it's causing it to kind of want to shift and move. Like I said, you can always glue the hand into the wrist peg or wrist peg hole if you don't want that wrist to move anymore, and you're pretty settled on him holding his head. Which I mean, if anything, I would assume a lot of people would want to use him holding the pumpkin head with the severed head part on. You know, that's just cool. So yeah, he is gonna go downstairs, and when my girlfriend comes home, she can say, "What in the blue hell is that?" And I can go, "What? I don't know where that came from. It just he must have just got on his horse and trotted over. I don't know where he came from." But no, she'll be like, "That's awesome. And how much was it?" And I'll be like, "You know, it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay." Anyway, I'm just joking. But yeah, he looks really awesome. I love him, and I'm sure to the people out there that did order him, you will like him too, just as much. And if you're a horror fan, I would assume that you'll like him. I'm trying to think what else as I set him down, because I'm kind of sick of holding him. If I, what would they do next as far as that goes? What could they do next? Like, I was thinking Bigfoot, because they could use the ogre body and kind of maybe add some sculpting to it, make him maybe a little bit hairier and stuff like that. You could go that route. Sorry, it should be a long day. Oh, that's rude. I'm sorry. But yeah, what could they do next? The Headless Horseman thing was brilliant, because you just came out with that new body. You already got the horse. The horses are popular anyway as far as sales go, stuff like that, with their, you know, how they're selling. They're selling pretty well. I don't know. What could they do next? Bigfoot's definitely on the. Could they do like a what if they did like some sort of like they did something for like Easter one year? Maybe not this year. Well, this year coming up, because that would. Well, I guess they could. They could do whatever they want. But what if around Easter they did like a possessed like demon Easter bunny or something? He was like bloodshot eyes and like blood coming out of his mouth, and you know, you look like this. I don't know if this is a thing, but you look like this, you know. That would be awful if you look like that. But you get my drift. Do you drift my get? Do I miss Buffalo? Yes and no. I want to say there's times where I do, and then there's definitely a lot more times that I don't. I miss the food. Buffalo is like Buffalo, New York is one of the hidden gems of the world when it comes to food. It has some of the best food. And I'm not just being biased because that's where I grew up. But I have been to Chicago. I've been to New My sister lived in New York City for 7 years. I have been to Europe. I have not been to Asia, so yet I can't yet say that. But I have been a lot of places. I've been to Mexico, I've been to Canada, I've been to blah 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 blah, whole bunch of places. And I will say this: some of the best food I've ever eaten is in Buffalo, New York. The best pizza in the world is in Buffalo, New York. The best wings are in Buffalo, New York, obviously. Um, yeah, I don't know. And I'm not just talking about pizza and wings. That's not all food. We have amazing Italian food, amazing Polish food, beef on weck. Some people don't even know what beef on weck is. Like, if you go to Buffalo, you should go to Charlie the Butcher. You should go to Schwabbles. You should go to there's a bunch of different places. Curry's is a really good place to go. Curry's is one of the best restaurants in Buffalo, as far as like beef on weck and stuff like that. Um, so beef on weck is just roast beef cut, but the roast beef that's cut in buff, I don't know where they get it from, or Schwabbles is really good too. Schwabbles is very old. It's actually an old house that was turned into a business a long, long time ago. I think it was like around since like the early 1900s or something like that. Um, but yeah, so beef on weck, roast beef on a Weck roll, and then you have a jus sauce that you dip it in, and then you eat it, and it's oh, it's so good. It's so good. We have Stinger. I don't know if anybody knows what a Stinger is. Um, Rob Michael, how do I like the South? Life in the South? I love it. I love it down here. Weather's amazing. It gets really hot in South Carolina. It gets very hot. And this summer was excessively hot. Like, ugh. And I work outside all day, so it was brutal. At one point, I think I had a t-shirt wrapped around my head with a hat on that, and then a t-shirt wrapped around my neck so I could wipe the sweat off my face. And then I was constantly wearing shirts like this. Like, I basically live in this because it's still hot out. Like, it still gets to like 80 degrees now, and it'll stay in between the 60s and 70s in December. You know, that's just how it is down here. It just stays warm. I don't remember, like, I think I wear pants like in February. Any other time I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. You know, like, it gets cold. It definitely gets cold in the morning, but by afternoon there's no snow. Like, it'll frost overnight, and then it's gone by like 8 o'clock, if that 7 o'clock a.m. But yeah, Buffalo food is fantastic. If you're ever traveling through Buffalo, or if you want to go to Buffalo, um, I would say, and Buffalo is becoming a much more revitalized city than it was when I was growing up. When I was younger, it was kind of like going, and then I want to say once I hit 30, it started gradually going up, and then Terry Pagula came into town, bought the Bills and the Sabres, and like it's just gone like way up since he revitalized the whole canal side and everything. And there's like restaurants and like all this stuff everywhere now. So, but Buffalo's a hidden gem. I like to try and keep it that way. Don't tell too many people. Um, but life in the South is fun. I want to say I definitely, the food down here, even the barbecue. I would say that I've had better barbecue in Buffalo. There's a really good barbecue restaurant to go to called Fat Bob's in Buffalo. If you guys ever go, that's a really good barbecue place to go check out. Yeah, so a lot of barbecue places down here don't serve mashed potatoes. I'm like, what the shit is that about? Oh, we're sort of neighbors. Where are you from? North Carolina, or are you from Georgia or Tennessee? This way, that way. Well, we can only go one way. You can either go to the what was it? I'm trying to think if I'm on a calendar. You can go to the left, or no, it would be the yeah no. You can go to the right, which would be because we're staring outward. You can go to the right. That's Tennessee. If you're looking at a map, it would be to the left for Tennessee, and then you've got Georgia below us, and then North Carolina above us. And you got West Virginia, Virginia, all that fun stuff. God knows I hate driving through. Oh, North Carolina? Okay. Yeah. I'm about 30 minutes away from Charlotte. So not too bad. Still looking for that Page Punchers, Black Adam, and Grodd. Yeah, Andy. The Page Punchers has just been an amazing line. I'm glad you actually brought that up because the reveals for the new Page Punchers, like Aqualad, Orm, um, uh, that new Aqualad and Aquaman, excuse me, Orm and Black Manta are all coming out in the Page Puncher designs, and damn, looks so good. Looks so damn good. Oh, you're about an hour from Charlotte? Okay. Okay. All right. When I worked for Peloton for a little while, and I used to drive to Charlotte. Obviously, that was where the hub was for Peloton in the Carolinas. Um, and yeah, we would deliver like 3 hours out. So, like out to Huntersville and, you know, all those fun areas, Gastonia, and, um, what's the other one? Pineville. I'm trying to think where else. But yeah, we'd grow. We had a big radius outside of Charlotte. Did I go to the toy show in North Carolina last month or August? No, I haven't been to a toy show in a while. It's just like my work, because I'm still in my 90 days of probation. Like you're not allowed to like take any days off, and I had to like fight for this, and this was scheduled last year before I even worked for the place I work for now. I had to like fight for it, even though you like as soon as you get hired, you have to fill out a slip and let them know. Oh, yeah, no, I scheduled this before employment, and they're usually supposed to okay it, and it was okayed, and then there's a whole bunch of weird stuff happened where people forgot stuff, and I'm like, none of this is my fault. Like I posted this on the calendar, it's been on the calendar, it's been blacked out, it was approved by this said person, and that said person left and went to another place, and so it's a whole thing. Oh, you're in Hickory. Okay, I know where Hickory is. Yeah, I'm in Rock Hill. So, um, but yeah, Hickory's not that, yeah, not that far away. I think I had delivered out to Hickory before when I worked for Peloton. Last, what was it? What was that? February was when I stopped working for them. So, yep. But yeah, I haven't been to a toy show in a while. I'm hoping to be able to go to Legion's Con. I already bought a ticket, and I'm just going to drive up there because it's like a 9-hour drive from here to Secaucus, Jersey, you know, over here, Jersey, bro. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping to go to that. That is November 4th through the 7th. So I want to pick up some of the. I need a toy show vacation. Like this is a family vacation, and that it's gonna be a lot of fun. But I need a toy vacation too. You've been here since 2000? Okay. Yeah, I just moved here just before COVID started in 2020. Um February of 2020. It was like February 1st of 2020. I moved here and then COVID kicked in like in March. That's when everything was shut down. So like I moved here and everything shut down. Everyone's like, "Oh, you brought COVID with you. Thanks a lot." And I'm like, yeah. What? Like I haven't heard that one before. Oh, you know what? I think I went. I think I brought my stepson um to the Hickory Toy Show last year. Was that last year? I think it was. Yeah, we went last year. It was a pretty good showing. They had a lot of good stuff. Capital Land Collectibles. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look into that too. Thanks, Brenda. But yeah, yeah, that should be fun. Yeah, the Hickory Toy Show is a good one. The lines were like nothing. Uh, the vendors were pretty decent with prices and even working with you with prices and stuff like that. I had a good time. I would definitely go back. I think when I went, it was I don't remember when was that. It might have been around the same time. I can't remember when that was. My schedule's so messed up because like I don't have weekends off, and like I have to like fight to get 2 days off. I just be like, okay, if you don't give me 2 days off, like I might have to quit because I need to regain my sanity at least. So I told my supervisor the one day, I was like, listen, if you don't give me 2 days off a week, like I'm gonna go bananas. Like you have to give me 2 days off. They really try not to give you more than one day off a week where I'm at. So we had a Comic Con last weekend and a toy show tomorrow. Oh, nice, nice. All right, cool. Oh, he does toy shows too. Cool. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I would like to start. What I'd like to do is become a vendor. Well, not a vendor, but an online retailer. Um, that's what I think I'm leaning towards because I don't know how much more of me working underneath a boss I can take. You know, I'm just not built for this. Some people are built for that life, and that by all means go for it. I just don't. I'm I'm too creative to have to be stuck within the reins of a 9 to 5, and mine's not even a 9 to 5. Mine's like a 9 to 8. And then when peak season starts, it's gonna be 6 to 8, which is gonna suck. But anyway, that's a different story for a different time. I need to expand my horizons a little bit, so I think that's what I'm gonna start trying to do. I probably shouldn't even reveal that I'm doing that. I'm gonna jinx myself now. But I'd like to start going become a vendor at toy shows and do go to toy shows and stuff like that, and be able to. If you guys meet me out at toy shows, hang out, we shoot the shit, talk, and I do plan on going to Joe Fest next year again. I skipped this year, but I went last year. I'm definitely going 2023, so that's a plan. There is something else I wanted to do. What was I'm not going to any of the big cons. Like I went to New York Comic Con, like I said, that one year in 2013, and San Diego Comic Con. I'm just like, it's like line fest. It's like you just go in there to stand in a line. So I just don't like that. I like hitting up the smaller shows. They're just so much more fun. So, um, yeah, I'll probably hit up Legion's Con next year too. You know, it'll be fun. You know, it's fun to go to toy shows, man. I have so much fun at toy shows. Just and I have to like make myself a list and stick to that list because if I don't stick to that list, I start getting distracted with 10,000 other things that I think I almost wanted, but I didn't know I wanted. That didn't make any sense. Um, yeah, and yeah, when what was it? When I went 2013, and I met Stan Lee. I was in line for 4 hours for Stan Lee. Like it was, and I started making friends with the people that were standing in line for Hulk Hogan because they were standing in line just as long as us, and he actually got there faster. Stan Lee, I don't know, I think that was like one of his last, might have been one of the last few appearances that he did after that because he took forever to get there, and then when he got there, it was like you had 2 minutes to talk to Stan Lee, and that was it. You took a picture, you had like 2 minutes to talk, and you got the hell out of there. Like that was it. But at least I got to talk to him, for 2 minutes. You know, that's a cool thing I could say I always did. And I still have my awkward prom photo with me and Stan, which I love. It's hilarious. He did say "Go Bills" because I was wearing a Bills T-shirt, so I was like, "Oh, are you a Bills fan?" Probably not, but I'm probably a Jets fan, you know. But yeah, the damn lines, man. At some of these big cons, it's like you're literally just wasting your time away. That's why I never went to another big con after that. I was like, okay, New York Comic Con was fun and all, and that was the year that they were revealing. What was it? I even went to panels that year. You have to stand in line for the damn panels too. Holy shit! It's like I just wasted a whole day standing in line. Holy cannoli! But yeah, I was waiting for the panel for the Arkham Origins that year because that's when Arkham Origins was coming out. It was just before it was about to drop, and that was September of 2013. I think I posted all those photos on my Facebook page for ODC. Know you're done with Hasbro, laugh out loud. But besides McFarlane, any other reveals I'm looking forward to? Figure art stuff it kind of priced me out a few years ago. Um, reveals. I don't like I said the McFarlane reveals look really good. Um, even did you guys see the reveals for the 3-inch page punchers for Spawn? Those look fantastic. Medieval Spawn is probably top priority as far as any reveals go. Medieval Spawn. Oh man, Sin. I don't know. I mean, any Spawn figure I would just want to get. That's pretty much it. I still have yet to get. I'm looking for a good price for them, but I still really need to get Cygor. I need to get him, and I need to get Clown. Those are the two I'm really missing at this point. Overkill. He is in my pile of loot, and I had Clayface in my pile of loot, and I took him out to put in a Mythic Legion figure in my pile of loot. Two Mythic Legion. Oh no, one Mythic Legion figure. So that's kind of what happened. That's actually how I got Artemis Silver Cord. I was on the fence if I was going to get her or not, and then when she dropped, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. I took Clayface out and I put her in because she was $50 and he was 40, which it's it's crazy, but it's a Mythic Legion. I get it. They're gonna be more expensive. So Clayface, I need to get him, and I want to do the review of him because I love Clayface. He's like between him and Black Mask, it's kind of like 1A, 1B for Batman villains. So, what else? I don't know. Star Wars stuff. I don't care. Oh, that's all Hasbro. I shouldn't even be bringing that up. NECA stuff. I don't know. Oh, the Super 7, bunch of Super 7 stuff dropped as far as Ninja Turtles, because that's the only thing I collect really from Super 7. I'm not really messing with anything else. I was going to try and get myself into Thundercats, but then I was like, I was never really into Thundercats like that, so I was like, I'll pass. I'll save money. But any of the Super 7 Turtles that come out, except for like the weird, funky version ones that are like, oh, astronaut Raphael and Samurai Leo and Surfing Mike, like, no. I'm not getting those. I have the vintage Surfer Mike sitting right there. And I'm like, you were free. I got you for free. So you can stay. But like, what was it? Triceraton. Super excited for that. Scratch whenever he drops. The gargoyles I can't do. And they look great. Don't get me wrong. NECA is just home run after home run. With the turtles and with gargoyles, home run. I do not have the space for gargoyles. Unless they are going to hang off my ceiling, I have nowhere to put them. I would literally have to put away a bunch of other stuff just to put them. I'd have to put them in this center display right here, where all my Star Wars shit is. And I don't feel like moving all my Star Wars shit. Their wings are too big. I can't do it. I just can't do it. And I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Trust me, I love gargoyles. If I get one, I'm going to want them all. And no, I can't do it. I have to have standards here. With Joy Toy's been weird. Like, I've really been cherry picking with them. Nothing has really grabbed me. I don't know, as of late. I think it's because I went too ham, egg, and cheese with Joy Toy to begin with. And like I feel like I have too much. And it's like, when I look at it, I'm just like, I don't need it anymore. So like, I got, what was it? The Boy Yang. I have to sneeze, sorry. I got the Boy Yang, and I think that's it. I haven't got anything new from Joy Toy. Thank you for the bless you. These allergies are killing me. It's like it pollinates like twice a year. Pollinates in the spring, and that's horrible. And then it pollinates in the fall, and that's horrible. And I can't breathe, and sometimes my allergies get so bad I'm like bedridden for like 2 days. It's brutal. But anyway, Valaverse signed me up. I'm gonna just get as many as they release. So I'm not gonna army build too much. I have like 3 swarm troopers, and I have 1 scarab, and then I just want the different types of characters, So, I'm really excited for Blowback, which I really, that name, come on now. Killing me with that name there, Bobby Vella. Fucking Blowback. I don't know. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, figure art. I just can't. I would love to get more Common Riders, but I can't afford that. I can't afford $100 each time. Especially if I'm like Like if I have to pick one specialty item or maybe two tops, then I'd rather go with Mythic Legions over Figuarts, to be honest with you. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's just me. Got two of those Kung Fu characters from the toy line, one pre-order. But yeah, lots from Joy Toy. Yeah, I mean, Joy Toy is really. I mean, it's a great company. I mean, it's literally what I expected from 3 3/4 inch GI Joe. Now, you know, um, if they would have kept up with Pursuit of Cobra and expanded on it and evolved it, it should have been what Joy Toy is right now. It's it's like mm, that's what the classifieds line should look like. Is Joy Toy. What they're doing with the Dark Source series and all that stuff. That's what the classifieds line. If the classifieds line was doing that, that would be the only Hasbro thing I'd collect. But they're not. They're still going stuck on stupid. Oh, let's go back to the Cold War days. So they just can't get enough of that shit. I'm telling you. Okay, Brenda, take it easy. Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate you. Have a good night. And I think you said you were going to New York Comic Con? Yeah, I'm excited for Wave 3 also. I am just tapping away here. I do that. Um, yeah, Valverse Wave 3 and all those females are going to be really cool. And then the Special Deployment series is going to be awesome as well. Like I said, Blowback is going to be in there. Can't help but laugh at that name. And then I'm such a child. I'm like a 12-year-old child. He said poop. He called the shit poop. You know, ridiculous. What else? Masterverse. Masterverse. I really gotta give Masterverse props every time I just look at them because they're such a great line, and it like I'll say this at certain times I want to sell my classics and get more Masterverse. I know that now that I've said that, someone's gonna be like, "What did you just say?" And I'll get yelled at, and I'll get my hand slapped with a ruler, and they'll say, get back in line." But I'm actually going to stick with that because, and I can take a beating. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. But I mean, don't get me wrong. Like looking at like Eldor and looking at like I don't know why I love Eldor so much. He just looks so cool with the hood and the book, and he just looks so different from everybody else. Everybody else kind of looks like I am the warrior, and he's just like I am the buff. Like they're all buff, let's be honest here. But like he looks just like a mage or like a sorcerer. It just looks cool and different. But Darius, like, there's a lot of figures that I feel like are very underappreciated. Like Darius is one. New Adventures of He-Man Skeletor. They call him Intergalactic Skeletor. That is one of the best, and I will stick to this until I die. The best classics figures, period. As far as detail goes, paint detail, sculpt, damn, it is good. It is so good. And no one talks about that figure ever. They're always like, oh, I like version classic 1 Skeletor. And I'm like, God, you're so generic. Come on, dude. But Vicor, obviously, that's friggin' Conan. I mean, come on. You guys know how much I love Conan. Who else is really awesome? Hero. I love Hero. He looks great. That might be one of my favorite He-Man designs as well. Rio Blast. I love Rio Blast. Dude's got a big old Magnum. No, I shouldn't even say Magnum PI. He just looks like friggin' Wyatt Earp. He looks like Kurt Russell in Wyatt Earp. For God's sake. The dude looks awesome. Like, that head sculpt alone sold me. And he looks like a friggin' cowboy. And he's got ridiculous shit on him. I don't know. It's cool. Who else? I'm looking. Who's missing over there? Oh, Hero. I like Hero. He's cool. I feel like he should have been the focus for the New Adventures of He-Man, though. Like, the main focus, the main dude. You know? Instead of He-Man again. Because, like, the New Adventures of He-Man, I would expect a, character like this. Plus, I like the cool kind of, like, futuristic. And I feel like that's a lot of, like, inspiration. Like, New Adventures of He-Man is kind of like what Cosmic Legions should be the direction they go, but obviously more adult. But I just thought, I don't know. I always thought New Adventures had some good quality designs. The execution for the figures wasn't very good. And they were a totally different scale and stuff like that. And obviously, not everything needs to be the same scale, but that aesthetic being small and skinny and kind of not looking as heroic, I guess, as big and buff and heroic and 1980s steroid and fueled Hulk Hogan body. But yeah, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I love the Motu Classics. They're just way A, too hard to find for a good price, and B, just too hard to find for a good price. And I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the ones I have. But the Masterverse stuff, like I said, it's available. It's cheap. It's available. Can I say that again? It's in-store available. And even the mounts, like friggin' Battle Cat is like I think I saw it for like under $20 recently. And I'm like, this is a great figure. Like, how is this cheap? This cheap. Like, no one either must be buying these or enough. They have just too much stock. I don't know what's going on. It's like people don't realize the quality. It's kind of like, you know what it is? It's like the 2000X stuff. No one liked that shit. And then everyone loved it. And I feel like that's what's going to happen with Masterverse. People are going to realize that Masterverse, yes, does it represent some of the stuff in the show, the Netflix show, that a lot of elitists didn't like? Sure. Was the show bad? Wasn't great. Wasn't bad. Is there some annoying stuff in it? Sure. Tila gets a little annoying. Not gonna lie. But overall, was the show bad? No, it's not. It's not bad. And I'm not a big Kevin Smith fan either. But the figures themselves, you got to separate the figures from the show. And just look at the figures. The figures are great. They come with soft goods, with wired capes. They come with different sculpts. I mean, yeah, they're using the same bodies, but so did Motu Classic, so did regular Motu, vintage Motu. That's kind of the thing, It's like Mythic Legions uses a shit ton of the same bodies, and no one says a peep about that. I don't know. There's the unsung hero of, get it? Hero. The unsung hero of, I want to say, the toy industry. They're the quiet, kept secret. And I feel like one day when people wake up and they're like, oh, wow, these figures were really good. Remember those? And oh, now they're like impossible to find. I feel like that's going to happen. Like Man at Arms is great. I love him. Moss Man is fantastic with all that awesome sculpting. Almost reminds me of like a friggin' McFarlane figure the way he's sculpted. So I don't know. That's just what I think. That Shira is what I'm focused on finding right now. Oh yeah, that Shira is really cool. Loving that Shira. She looks good, and the I'd like to get the classic looking He Man too because I don't have that. Still don't have that tradition. I have never had the traditional looking He Man in my entire life. Like even the Origins one doesn't look like the head's different. Obviously, you can tell. Like I still haven't had the traditional looking He Man. I don't have the classics one. I have different versions of that. I have what was it? Thunderstrike He Man. That might not be the right name, but when I was growing up, I only had Battle Armor He Man. I never had the regular He Man, which is his harness and his sword. I just never had it, and his battle axe and his shield. Never had it. Closest is the damn what you call it, Origins one. Oh no, I guess you could say, well, even the Masterverse one doesn't have the traditional head. So that'll be my first one, period. Because like when I was a kid, you couldn't find that shit anywhere. And back in the '80s, if you couldn't find like same thing with the turtles, if you couldn't find all four original turtles, or if you did find them, you had to hold on to those because if you would have lost them, got it stolen, something happened to them, whatever, they did not restock those. They just started putting out different versions, and that's when people ended up with Samurai Leo, which I know some people like Samurai Leo, but like, come on. You all know if Samurai Leo didn't exist and you had the option of the regular one, you would go with the regular one. I never liked, like, what was it? Except for, like, what was it, Detective Donnie? Because I would use that as him in the disguise, because he would have that mask too. That one I liked because I was like, oh, he's in his disguise. And I remember wanting to get three more and just have them with the masks on, so you couldn't tell it was, you know, three other Donnies. But, but yeah. But in Super 7 mode, I feel like they should have held off on some of those. Like, just wait on getting those variants out until you've hit, like, major key players like Rat King and, I don't know, Pizza Face. I'd rather have Pizza Face than Samurai Leo. Just being honest here. Or, like, Astronaut Raphael. I just never really dug those, I don't know, ridiculously themed turtles. It was they were cool from an aesthetic standpoint, but I never wanted to own one. I never wanted to. I was like, oh, I just want regular Leo or regular Mikey, Donnie, and Raph. The only one I really wanted a change in was Shredder because he had no shirt on. And I was like, isn't he cold? Because I was growing up in Buffalo. I'm like, God, this guy's never got a shirt on. He's in New York. I know New York doesn't get Buffalo weather, but good Lord, it still gets cold. Put a shirt on or something. And I was like, how? I would also wonder, like, how did his shoulder blades stay on him? Did he like glue him to his shoulder? uh, the mind of a child, questioning everything. But yeah, I don't know. Those were the toy designs. But and I'm looking at the Super 7 Shredder and he's shirtless too, and I'm just like, put a shirt on, please. Just exposing your man nips at me. Anyway, what time is it? I gotta go to bed. I think I gotta go to bed. Hello, time? Are you a thing? Oh yeah, I have to go to bed. All right. Well, I think I'll draw it here. I was gonna do a short video, and this ended up being a 94-minute video. Good job. Anyway, I'll leave it here. Like I said, expect reviews, even though I'm going to be out of town. They just will just end up being premieres, like the majority of my videos. But I just wanted to let you guys know, give you a heads up in case you're wondering. There won't be any live streams for a while. So this was kind of a special thing I wanted to do, and but yeah. But it was a pleasure hanging out with all of you. Thank you, everybody who hung out. Zorpox and Brenda and Rob and who else? Andy and everybody. Even if you didn't comment, you're just lurking. But yeah. All right, Rob, I'll see you later, buddy. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out, and I will see you guys on the flip side.